Good evening, folks. Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Legacy stream. Today we are playing with quite the brew from Kinda MTG. We are playing with Didgeridoo. So, in case you're not familiar with this Legacy All-Star, it's a 1 mana artifact with a sweet old frame. And for 3 mana, you can put a Minotaur permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So it's kind of like a different Aether Vial of sorts for Minotaur cards. So we are playing a whole bunch of expensive Minotaur cards, one of which is actually a land as well. So that's kind of cool flexibility, I guess. And we're doing some other things to staple something together that resembles a deck. So there's also a soldier sub-theme here. Preeminent Captain exists to put soldiers onto the battlefield, and Boros Battleshaper happens to be a Minotaur soldier. Although, unfortunately, most of the other Minotaurs that we see here are actually Minotaur warriors, so that doesn't work out super well. So we have Preeminent Captain and Didgeridoo that can cheat in some or all of the Minotaurs. We have Chrome Mox and a few Soul Lands as accelerants, and Preeminent Captain also exists to put in other soldiers that are in the deck, from Palace Jailer to Thalia to Lavabring Venturer. So this is kind of an unfocused deck in many ways that is looking to beat down with some creatures that are accelerated out quickly and perhaps uncounterably via Cavern of Souls. We are not really going to have much in the department of things that can interact with combo, hence the sideboard being basically all cards for combo outside of the Abrades. 4 Rest in Peace, 2 Thorns, 3 Rebs, a Pithing Needle, and Blood Suns, all attacking different sorts of decks. And we have Abrades to just deal with fair stuff. Notably, we're not expecting to do well tonight, and I just want to get that out of the way up front. This is a for funsies night. This is an entertainment night. Election news is still trickling out. Everything is horrible and awful, and will likely be stressful for a long time. So we're just gonna have some fun and try to do some stupid shit with Minotaurs. Like that's the game plan for tonight. If we can 2-3 or better, I consider this a win. So with that attitude, go ahead and hop on in. No, we're not entering the Legacy Showcase Challenge with this. Absolutely not. Get this over here. Okay. So hope you all are doing well, or at least as well as can be expected given circumstances. It's kind of a rough time for the American fans out there. But we will make the best of it. This hand does nothing. We're gonna ship this one. This hand does not have any colored mana. We're gonna ship this one. Well, we have a turn 2 uncounterable Thalia, and maybe a turn 3 Preeminent Captain into turn 4 this guy. So I guess we'll keep this. Ship this and this. We do not want to be playing against a Wasteland deck. We're super dead against a Wasteland deck. Once Upon a Time for Polluted Delta is interesting. Depth with this. With blue for Stifle? Oh, Hogak. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, there's a Vengevine in the graveyard. This is good. I do not believe that I need to cast a Swords to Plowshares immediately. Unless we hit something weird like a Village Rites. Probably correct not to. I'll go ahead and pass the turn here. There's an argument to plow there. Or discarded Cabal therapy reasons. Okay, so now if I want to Swords to Plowshares, I probably need to do it here, otherwise my opponent could get Dryad Arbor and just cast a Hogak. And I don't think I want that to happen. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to let them do it and then nug the Hogak. Yeah, we are not on the right side of this matchup. Uh, Yikes. Avengevine's also coming back. It'll be conceding if I miss my land drop. Like, for sure. Ugh, this converts this into a 2-2, but I probably have to stop the damage. Oh, it converts it into 2-2-2s, that's worse. I should probably just concede and not let my opponent Cabal Therapy me. Hide what little information we can. Alright. We need 4 Rest in Peace, for sure. Maybe some number of Abrades. Maybe Thorns, just to have something that interacts with them. But unfortunately, a lot of their spells are creatures. Could also Pithing Needle for Altar, but that feels kind of eh. Alright, let's board in these. Let's junk that. It hit fetch lands on one and otherwise hits Altar. Not super on board with just like a generic 3-3. And even versus odd is a really big deal because like something like Vengevine costs 4 and is even, and then most of the aggressive creatures cost 1. Yeah. Uh, yeah, let's maybe junk those and maybe the mirror entity can go. Just hope to go rest in peace into big stupid thing. It is a game plan. Alright, I think I'm keeping this. It, so it costs 4 total mana to just make this on turn 1. And I don't have another land. I'm not sure that I'm supposed to make this turn 1. I think I'm supposed to make this turn 2. And just go like from Mox, Imprint, Palace, Jailer, Didgeridoo, Thalia. I think that's setting me up better. Force of Vigor, get your Chromox and your Didgeridoo, get fucked. But please don't. Alright, didn't happen. That's good. Um, no, surely it's gotta be better to just make this. Alright, each creature +1/+0 for each time it has attacked this turn. It attacks once. Does it become a 3? Yes. Oh, great. That was a scary set of cards to put in there. Vengevine, Dravecrawler, and Hogak. Yeah, Tabitha, you're right. I couldn't have Legion Warbossed anyway. Alright. There's 3 Vengevines in the graveyard. Just like throwing that out there. Okay, so alright, so I want to attack, then play land, then attack. Alright! We did the thing! That was a lot of damage. That was like a lot of damage. We've hit for 10, 22 that turn? Well, that's pretty good. Alright, let's do that more. Let's do that every round, all league, and 5-0 with this deck. That would show the non-believers, including myself. I have been playing a lot of Hogak in Vintage. I have a lot of respect for that card. I think I need a Rest in Peace hand on the draw. This hand also doesn't have a Didgeridoo payoff that's, like, really good. Yeah, I can attack with this on turn 3 and refresh my hand, but I don't know that that's good. I think I'm just going to mull this one. Yeah, No, this is fine. This is turn 1 Rest in Peace, putting Palace Jailer under. I think there's a lot of worlds where I use this as a land. I'm just going to pitch this. Hello, fellow didgeridudes. I love it. Think this. Think this. Don't force a vigor me and make me into a sad boy. I don't think I cast another one. I think I hold the other one. I'm gonna pause here like I'm thinking about it. Swords to Plowshares, and then take the damage. Okay. Jailer? Jailer, exile one, trade with the other, then play War Boss is pretty good. I think I like it. Yeah, like, land Vengevine is not the best for me. My opponent fetching Dryad Arbor on their turn also wouldn't have been the best for me. I don't think I take 2 life to play Didgeridoo this turn. That's going to be very good. It cost me 4 mana to put this in. I'm trying to think about whether or not I just want to, like, not block, let them take 6, and then crack them for a shit ton while holding back a 6/6 next turn. I feel like no block is correct. And then I just put my opponent on a 2-turn clock back. Yeah. No block. Becomes a little awkward if opponent has like another Vengevine though. Okay. So I go land, activate Didgeridoo, put a Minotaur onto the battlefield, attack with everything, mentor one of these, become the Monarch, Second main phase, land drop, and we just kill them. Does this deck actually work? Like, in 2 games there, we just killed our opponent in 1 turn. Oh, agreed. Deck did not suck. This Moruag fellow question mark um was pretty good. Would play another. I mean, we'll take kinda broken, right? Kinda broken is totally legit. Callum, hope you're doing well. Kinda MTG broken. That was strong. Didgeridoo is basically Black Lotus, has been called in chat. Can't be wrong if Twitch chat says it. I don't make the laws, I just uphold them. Yeah, see, like, I was all prepared for didgeridoo jokes, but if we keep doing that, like, I'm gonna have to come up with all the positive didgeridoo things to say. Alright, we're playing against a Yorion deck. Is a turn 2 Alice Jailer acceptable as a reason to keep a hand? Feels like no. But it's versus a Yorion deck that's going to be slow and inconsistent? Okay, let's go. Oh, I'm very aware of Ice Fang Coatl. Opponent is having fun with this. To be fair, opponent could also be on D&T though. We'll just we'll just make this turn. Well, I guess we make it on their turn. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, so we put a Palace Jailer under there. We play Ancient Tomb, and we pass the turn. We could put in literally anything off of Didgeridoo. Double down? Hold on, can I attack with this thing? Okay, yeah, these are up twos. Must attack or block. Cannot attack or block. Cancel. Hold on. Oh, do these check on resolution? Okay. Oh, not D&T. The funny thing about Lava Axe is that 4 of them kills just about anyone. Alright, Boros, Battle Shaper. I don't need your shenanigans every turn. We're just gonna Goldfish our opponent on turn 5 here, and they probably can't play any sort of blocker that stops it. Alright, that'll give them one more turn. So killing the Dryad Arbor is just better than exiling it. Well, kind of. If I just exile it, then I have my opponent guaranteed dead in 2 turns. Because, like, they don't block, and this doesn't trample. Yeah, maybe I just exile it. And, it's... Oh yeah, can't attack or block, I see. I've only played with this card once before, and it was in, I think this was Gate Crash. It was in Gate Crash Limited, where it resolved, and then the game just ended because the other person conceded to it. Alright. Um, Not 100% sure what my opponent's deck is doing. Like, Pithing Needle, Thorns, and Red Elemental Blasts are all things that I'm going to be thinking about. I, like, definitely want these because it'll answer Yorion, as well as things like Oko and Uro that might be in there. Alright, let's maybe drop this low impact creature. Maybe drop the Mirror Entity. And I don't know, a middling creature. Play the Red Elemental Blasts, and then revisit sideboarding once I have a better feel for some of the cards in my opponent's 70 card deck. I don't really know much about the old didgeridoo from the mythological standpoint. I can't really talk to that at all. This is turn one, hold up red blast. Turn two, ouch Thalia. Screw it. The hand's not crazy good, but the hand's certainly not bad. I guess ideally I trade like a red elemental blast for. Ho 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 ho. Well, we're gonna do that on turn one. Yeah. I read like one Australian myth in grad school, and it was very weird. Like I didn't have the appropriate cultural lens through which to view it and understand everything that was happening. So I was pretty confused about what was happening. I kind of want a Thalia so I don't get OHKO'd. And so if my opponent has something like an Abrupt Decay, it eats their whole turn instead of 2/3 of their turn. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slow my roll here a little bit and play a Thalia. This goes wrong if my opponent goes Force into OHKO. Because then I can just lose the didgeridoo before I put a murder machine into play. Alright, safe attack into Produce Idiot. I guess Produce Idiot now. Make attack, increase power of Thalia. Then play land, get another attack. I think I still name Soldier even though I have a Minotaur Warrior in hand. I Thalia attacked for a lot of damage. I mad respect it. Also, can I activate Didgeridoo and then put a land into play? Because this is a flip card? I like legit do not know the answer to that question. So this is a Minotaur permanent. I assume I have to put the Minotaur permanent side into play, but Sometimes things are weird. Ooh, it's awkward that this wasn't an actual colored source because I can't like rub and Swords to Plowshares in the same turn cycle. I think I just hold up Red Elemental Blast and crash on in with both of these so that I can Red Elemental Blast and Ice Fang Coatl, which will have Death Touch. Ooh. Eat Ooze here? Alright. It's awkward if they also have Ice Fang. Fuck. No, doesn't this do nothing if you play a land in the first main phase? Yeah, because you untap your creatures that aren't tapped yet. Yeah, so you don't want to do that first main. Oh shit, and the Force of Will on top of it. Oh, that's brutal. And now that's going to be bigger than Nathalia. That whole turn cycle was super unfortunate. I think I'm playing this so I can Swords to Plowshare. Okay, hold on. Teeth. I think I'm playing that so I can Swords to Plowshares with Red Elemental Blast back up next turn. Yeah, reading's hard. There was a pair of pros talking about this card on Twitter and talking about how they both had like misread it when they first looked at the card. That's the only reason I knew to be careful with it. Sure, but the extra combats don't mean a ton. Okay. So we go Source of Plowshares, Collector Oof, and then put in Boros Battle Shaper and do our thing. One. Alright, no, I don't want that. Not attack or block goes to Scavenging Ooze. And we have red elemental blast for potential blockers that come down or to eliminate an Oko. Whew. Well, glad we're not going to stick around to see that card kit online. Um, you are going to attack. Or are you? How many creatures are in the graveyard? Only one. Only Icefang Coatl is in the graveyard. Yeah, come on in. You can't attack or block. Got Minotaurs! Yeah! Yeah! The crowd goes wild. Off-topic question. I will allow it. Do you have any opinions on Legacy Arclight Buried Phoenix decks? If so, could you please share them? Um, I have not seen an Arclight Phoenix deck in Legacy in approximately 6 months. Uh, there was talk of the archetype coming back with Magnetic Channeler from the recent set, but I don't know that that actually ever went anywhere. Um, I just haven't run into it into leagues, so I can't give you an informed opinion on the topic. I can tell you that if like I'm not regularly seeing it, it's probably not super well positioned, but the if people aren't trying it in the first place, people aren't going to pick it up to try it, right? So there's kind of a feedback loop there. And if one person really started trying it again and testing it again, that might kick things off. I really hope you all can't hear this car alarm that's going off in the background. It doesn't look like my mic is picking it up, but it is infuriating. You too. We're playing against Pokimoki, who I think just bought all the cards for Death and Taxes. Um, we are on the draw versus potential AD&T. This hand has a turn 1 tapped land, turn 2 Spyglass for Vial or Swords to Plowshares, and then like weak disruption, no way to cheat this into play. I think I'm gonna ship this one. Well, I'll keep this, but I don't really like it. I think I'm gonna pitch the big card here. Uh, Loco, take a look at the deck list on Cardboard Live. It's a little hard to explain. And I don't even know that I want to put the Thalia into play. I kind of just want to Sorcerer Spyglass my opponent and take out something like Port or Wasteland that would be annoying. Like tripping over this when I have 3 non-creature spells in hand super sucks. Well, unfortunately, Wasteland and Port are there. We'll stop the Wasteland. Our hand is not super great against their hand. Like Legion War Boss is going to be invalidated by presumably Batterskull here. Although my opponent might get Jitte seeing this start and not knowing what we're doing. Yeah, so now we can't really play War Boss. The jig is also up that I am out of lands. The Port's going to be very good against me. And once my opponent hits another white card, they just like can take this out. Yeah. That's going to target Chrome Mox. I will float a white. I would like my 0/0 illusion token, please. What? Where'd it go? Okay, I don't know what to name with the second one. Is it still Soldier? Maybe it's Warrior with the second one. But maybe it's still Soldier, because that Wasteland might get unlocked. Alright, I'm gonna play this. And we're just not gonna talk about what happens if our opponent just plays a land. I just don't think I can win the long game versus D&T. I don't know about that play. I think you just play like Thalia and port me. This is interesting. So I think I name even here because the Germ and Thalia are both going to be even. But there is Swords to Plowshares to think about. But I think my opponent's turn would have gone differently if they had Swords to Plowshares. Ah! Oh, I didn't lose the Lava Brink Venturer. I 100% expected to lose that there. Fuck! Okay. That's fair. We're just gonna hang out. Get ported forever. Yeah, Thrash Captain, there's some gems in this deck list. I mean, Loco, we won 2 matches in a row with this deck, so I am not prepared for tears. At least not concerning Magic the Gathering. Concerning American politics, that's a different story. But right now, we're in happy Minotaur land where things go right most of the time. So, um, yeah, I guess that's good. They won't be prepared for didgeridoo. I agree. We're only gonna get cracked for 3 a turn as of right now. So, like, this is fine. We will, like, draw a soul land and play our didgeridoo and play Pokimoki, the song of our people. I don't even know what some of these cards do. It makes more Minotaurs, okay. Fuck! You stopped the didgeridoo? This is cheating. Now we get hit for 5 a turn. I don't think I can block. I dead to alpha next turn? Might be dead to alpha. Um, block, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm dead to alpha. See if they see that. We're taking out that Revoker on the way out. Got him. Now we can activate our didgeridoo. Oh no, my life total. What has gone wrong? Let's bring in a pile of braids and a pithing needle. Let's board out a Kithian. Let's board out. Yeah, Bloodsun's not crazy. Actually, it also stops Caracas, which is kind of a big deal for this. Yeah, maybe we Bloodsun. Then we can board out all of the Thalias in the mirror entity. Perfect deck building. You bet I want to play first. Keep? Fuck, this Coward of Souls is really awkward. I've got no glory. Came for Thalia, stayed for didgeridoo. Of course. How could you leave this? This cavern, though. Alright, I think I play Lava Brink Venturer this turn to better play around Swords to Plowshares. I would like to draw colored mana. I will also accept a Minotaur. I mean, that's not exactly what I wanted, but I will take that. Yep. So we have done a lot of damage to our opponent. Oh, that's a good top deck. So I know about Swords to Plowshares, which means that Legion War Boss isn't actually all that good here. But I need white mana. And I don't have white mana. My opponent hitting a land drop means that they can Council Judgment this away, or this away, and both are disastrous. I think I want to redraw off of Blood Sun. I think it's for creature types. Headshot. I think for my mana reasons, I just Swords to Plowshares this. And I save that land for Big Dumb Minotaur guy. Boo! My clock! One vote. Two votes. See, democracy at its finest. Yep, you produce your Thalia. I Swords to Plowshares it before Flicker Wisp is up. I do know all four of my opponent's cards. I think I make them waste the mana. I make them waste the mana. It is, of course, savage if my opponent draws Flicker Wisp this turn. But I think this is where I'm at. Didn't get wisped. Joke's on you, friend. I can pretty much hardcast all my Minotaurs at this point. This 1/1 will be your doom! Doom! The 1/1 is not going to be their doom. They have two Swords to Plowshares and a Batterskull. Let's be real. This is just gonna get Swords to Plowshare immediately. But we're going. Ah, this is a Minotaur Warrior. Oh! Hold up. I lose the power if it attacks? Oh, neat. Okay, so it doesn't grant that until end of turn. It grants that as a static ability on the card. That's cool. I don't know that we actually missed out on a damage, right? If for some reason our opponent doesn't Swords to Plowshares, we gain damage. Oh, that's rough. Now they get the Batter Skull. Pretty sure I'm dead to that unless I top deck something like a Boros Battle Shaper this turn. Scoop. GG's. Sort of an odd game. Neither one of us really did much for a long time. Yeah, I know, the 5-0 dream is dead. Honestly, the upper end of what I expected to do with this deck all night was a 2-3, and we're already there. What do you mean, how are we 2-1? We just killed people. Seriously walked airplane though. Like, we had two different rounds where we just like did 20 plus damage in a single turn with the big red Minotaur. Uh, Moraug, Fury of Akum. Plus or minus a little bit of pronunciation there. Josh in the Mosh and Evarnagol, as well as Moorish Idol. Thank you all very much for following. Death is like the mono black everything is a combo deck, right? In which case, yes, I have. Yeah. Also called like 2-card Monty, right? YOLO, I'll keep this. It'll do stuff. Fuck, D&T again? I want to play against D&T. All my things are legendary. We're going for turn 2 Boros Battle Shaper. I don't think I want Itheon. I think the Palace Jailer is more important as this game goes along. I also think it's too likely to get Swords to Plowshared right here. Didgeridoo or didgeridon't? There is no didgeritry. I felt like everyone needed a good BS stream tonight to just have some fun. A rough night out there in the world. We'll didgeridoo next turn. Karaz, what would you like to do about that? You and your bird avatar? I don't know, not a bird. Some sort of like grumpy face troll? I don't know. An orangutan. Oh, I see it, I see it. Get out. Get out of here. I'm going to require a top hat and monocle for the classy moves that I'm about to throw down. Oh, tap that Caracas. Oh no. Caracas is so good. No! No! He had a family. Okay, let's no, let's not use this as an opportunity to test that. Let's just play this land so I can jail her next turn. There's a decent chance that my opponent just like taps the Caracas naturally to do something on their turn. Background box. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have just like put this under the Chrome box so I can guaranteed Palace Jailer that Flicker Wisp. That was probably a bad play. Yeah, that was a bad play. Yeah, I messed up this. Caracas confirmed too strong. My jailer is also like way worse from this position. Yeah, this one's on me. I got excited about the prospect of killing my opponent and got a little greedy. Can I get my opponent to burn all of their Jitte counters to kill this creature? I bet I can. Do it. Do it. Ooh, they didn't do it. I do think I need to play the jailer, but it doesn't feel great. A Boros Battle Shaper does absolutely disgusting things, even with a Jitte with 4 counters in play. Man, I wish I had taken like 5 more seconds to think on that. Turn where I put the Moruag, Moraug in play. Moraug. Okay, but what does blinking the didgeridoo do? Like, blink one of your planes. Represent more stuff. Or be a baller and blink my land and give me the opportunity to get a Minotaur. I don't think we're pulling this one back. Alright, so what did we do last time? Blood Sun's Abrade, Pithing Needle in for Thalia, Kithion, Mirror Entity out. Perfect 6 for 6. So the things that aren't Minotaurs are soldiers. Preeminent Captain can dump Boros Battleshaper into play, and it can also drop in Lava Brink, Legion War Boss, Palace Jailer, that sort of stuff. Oh damn, this hand is like so close to being perfect. Like it can almost make turn 1 Preeminent Captain into turn 2 Boros Battleshaper. I think I still keep this hand and accept it as an extremely strong 5-card hand. That protects itself from like Wasteland or Port or Vile. That protects itself from Wasteland. Or does it? No. That's fine. Yeah, we'll protect from Wasteland. Just awkward. Like, opponent's hand is pretty darn good against us. And now they just go Plains Mom. And they have Swords to Plowshares for this Preeminent Captain. Like, I'll force them to do it, but this hand is not going to work out. Mirror Entity can also just finish, right? Like, you have all these soul lands. You can just pump 7 mana into your team. Two, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. Pass? I think I just pass. I start to run into a lot of problems if my opponent rips their 3rd land. Nice. What's that noise? Hear the sound of a didgeridoo off in the distance. Alright, up to 1 targeted creature attacks or blocks this turn if able. That's gonna be Mom. So opponent can now Mom protect herself to make her not attack. They figured it out. A braid's legit. Attacks or blocks this turn if able. Yes, I would like Stoneforge to block this turn. The old combat Minotaur does work. And now let's eat Mom while Mom is tapped. I don't have a particularly swift clock because my opponent's at 21 and I'm hitting in chunks of 5. That's also not the best for me. But whatever, like we stopped the board, our opponent doesn't have more things. I have a lot of big dumb threats I can draw. Okay, so I can junk my Chrome Moxen next turn and turn them into real cards. That sounds great. I can also cast a Braid as well. Well, isn't that awkward? I think I activate. Because I think this a Braid is important for this. Yeah, but this keeps a lot of lines open to us later. Alright, we hold that in hand. We're going to sandbag that so that our opponent might Skyclave Apparition this. Alright, we have a threat on board now. We have the almighty 1/1 illusion. That's actually kind of legit. I do not hate this. Right, no naming now. Yeah, we were saving the Abrade for the sword, weren't we? Yeah, we were definitely saving the Abrade for the sword. The cavern has just never named anything. Oof! Super punished for using the Abrade now. Alright, that was just poor on my end. Let's be real. Yes, uh-oh, indeed. I don't think we're ever beating D&T with this deck. Just, like, taking a look at the cards that are in here. Um, we have 9 legendary creatures, many of which cost a shit ton of mana. We have something that's very easily disruptible by, like, Revoker plus Apparition plus Council's Judgment. Uh, we're a little bit soft to Flicker Wisp messing with our stuff, and we're not quite control. Oh, sorry, I forgot this legend. And we're not quite controlling enough to play a long game versus them either. Yeah, Goblin Lackey, 100% agreed. DNT, like most of the time, is going to bully the Stompy decks. This one's obviously a little bit different than a traditional Stompy deck, but like I'm not looking forward to that match. God damn it! That's the same player again for 3 rounds of D&T in a row. Well, maybe not. Or they just switched to different D&T. Either way, this hand is a mulligan. Doesn't do anything fast. This hand can't cast anything. Well, I'll keep this, I guess. What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? Should get rid of 2 of these. It's not this. That's going back. I think it's this. Cool. I don't think I need to tell you how mathematically unlikely that is. I'm just keeping the table clear. And this is exactly why I wanted to take out literally any creature that hit play. Oh, yeah. Alright, you got a Thalia too. No. No is the answer. We flopped down the... oh wow, great, no Stoneforge Mystic or something like that there. Actually kind of a big deal. If they eat the Legion War Boss or the Preeminent Captain here. They ate the Preeminent Captain. I'm still just getting in there. None of my stuff can block something with Sword of Fire and Ice. Well, specifically the Flicker Wisp. I guess if it has Sword of Fire and Ice. What? I'm surprised. Evasion's so good. Ugh. I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, I think the plan is chump block with Thalia. God damn it. That's so good. My plan is chump block with whatever creature my opponent allows me to chump block with, and then try to trigger Kithion. Yeah, I'm just gonna be dead to this. I can try to aggro my opponent out. but I just don't think that works. I'm just in the abyss. I lose one creature a turn, and that's not very good when I only have 2 creatures that don't just get bounced by Caracas. All right. And it just really takes the wind out of your sails to start out like so strong in a league and then get paired against a terrible matchup 3 rounds in a row. Like the same terrible matchup, including twice against the same player who already knows what bullshit I'm up to. Ugh. Like, we don't have a lot of interactions versus combo decks, but, like, we do very realistically represent the ability to deal 20 damage in a single turn on, like, turn 3. But here, like, this hand does nothing. This hand also does nothing. And also does nothing, but does it faster. Alright. We have to mise this one based on our opponent's deck size. But Legion War Boss is not good against D&T. It's not great against Swords to Plowshares. It's not good against Stoneforge Mystic. It's not good against Thalia. Baruch, I play what the people pay me to play. That's how it works here. This is a bribery channel. Um, yeah, I've just lost this game. So that attack's free. I don't think I give them the 2/2. Alright, that's fine. Let's call it good there. Alright, so that was a fun stream before we queued into an unwinnable matchup 3 rounds in a row. Yeah, rounds 1 and 2 were really cool. We got to do the thing a few times on stream. That was awesome. But There's just no way in hell we're beating D&T. Like Caracas plus Swords to Plowshares plus Flicker Wisp plus Aspirant plus Revoker plus Council's Judgment. Like, no, just no. Um, the this card, Moog, Moraug, however you say that. I think that should be a 4 of. That card was really good and enabled some stupid stuff. Um, so like I'm sold on Didgeridoo, and I'm sold on this duder, and I'm sold on Boros Battle Shaper. And as far as the rest of the deck goes, I'm sold on Chrome Mox. As far as all this stuff in the middle goes, I kind of feel like a lot of that's whatever. Like, this deck isn't quite aggressive enough that Legion Warboss is insane, but it becomes pretty cool with this. And Preeminent Captain doesn't put everything into play. It only puts in some of the Minotaurs, which is, like, awkward. I sideboarded Mirror Entity out, like, every round. It felt awkward, and the same to me with Kythian. Like, this deck isn't aggressive enough that it just wants to play a 2-1 that happens to be on Tribe. It's kind of cool that it can turn into a Planeswalker with the Legion Warboss easily, but I don't know that I like that. A random one of Sorceress Spyglass feels really weird to me versus more consistency. Like, I'm not convinced that most of the stuff in the middle is like an auto include in this style of deck. I feel like there's a lot of wiggle room you could have to adjust things in one direction or another. Your Cavern of Souls are kind of split between like Minotaur, Soldier, and Warrior, for example. Well, I guess Minotaur is just strictly speaking better than Warrior, actually. Um, yeah. You probably need the Thalias for your combo matchup to be anywhere near reasonable. But like I don't know. Could this deck be a deck that plays both Didgeridoo and Chalice of the Void? Like, do you need more lock pieces? I don't have answers to these things. But if you want to be the brewer and you want to mess around with this, like there is room for it.